What if the plastic we rely on for so many things could just vanish? I don't mean in 100 years. I mean in a single season. Today, we're going to take a look at a really revolutionary technology that promises to do exactly that. It might just be a key to solving one of the biggest environmental messes we've ever made.
And trust me, the scale of that mess is, well, it's staggering. We are facing a 400 million ton problem. Now, to put that number in perspective, that's about the same weight as the entire human population on Earth, produced in new plastic every single year.
So how do we fix it? Well, the answer, it turns out, is not with the solutions we've been trying. See, we've been putting our faith in technology that only goes halfway. And we're about to see exactly why that halfway approach is creating a whole new kind of danger.
All right, so let's dive right in. To really understand the solution, you first have to get a handle on the true scope of the plastic problem. And it starts in places you might not even think about, like our farm fields.
So that number, 400 million tons, that's not just a guess. That figure comes from the United Nations. It's one of those numbers that's so massive it's kind of hard to even picture, but its impact on our planet is very, very real.
And when you start to look at where all that plastic actually ends up, well, the numbers are pretty shocking. Only a tiny fraction of it, just 9%, is ever recycled. 9.
That other 91%, it just sticks around. For a century, maybe even 2. It's just piling up in landfills, or worse, polluting our environment, breaking down so slowly that it just poisons ecosystems for generations to come.
But here's the thing. The problem isn't just that it piles up, it's that it starts to break down. And as we're about to see, when plastic gets smaller, the threat it poses gets much, much bigger.
We're talking about microplastics. Think of them as the tiny, invisible ghosts of plastic waste. They're what's left when plastic breaks down, but doesn't actually break away. They get into everything, our soil, our water, our food, and yep, into our bodies. And we're only just starting to understand the harm they cause.
This right here, this is that halfway problem in action. A lot of the so-called biodegradable plastics out there, they only degrade about 40 to 60%. They just don't finish the job, leaving a huge gap between what they promise and what we actually need.
And you know what the incomplete process really is? It's basically a microplastic factory. It takes one big piece of plastic and shatters it into countless tiny toxic particles that just spread everywhere.
But what if there was a technology that didn't stop halfway? What if there was something that could actually finish the job completely? Well, this brings us to a really groundbreaking solution from a company called Green Wisdom Energy Technology, or GWET.
What GWET has done is they've created a fully biodegradable mulch film. You know that plastic sheeting that farmers lay over the soil? It's used to control weeds, moisture, all that stuff. By completely redesigning this one essential tool, they're getting at the problem right at the source.
And the process is it's brilliantly simple. A farmer applies the film just like they always would. But here's the magic trick. They can basically set a timer on it. And once the growing season is over, the film doesn't just tear apart. It completely biodegrades into harmless carbon dioxide and water. It literally vanishes.
Okay, I know, that sounds incredible. Maybe a little too incredible. But does it actually work like they say it does? Let's look at the proof.
Here is the headline number. 90%. GWT's technology can achieve a degradation rate of up to 90% within a single growing season. Now that is not going halfway. That's a real solution that leaves almost nothing behind.
And you know, what's left behind is just as important as what disappears. The byproducts from this whole process are completely non-toxic. That means they're safe for the soil, safe for the crops, and safe for the entire ecosystem.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just an internal claim. Their material has actually passed rigorous FDA and food-grade safety tests. That's third-party proof that this technology is safe for the environment and for us.
This also isn't some half-baked idea. This innovation is unique and it's well protected. The technology is backed by some serious intellectual property. We're talking 1 national invention patent and 7 utility patents. That tells you this is a truly new and reliable approach.
So it's better for the planet, sure. But what about the farmer's bottom line? Well, this is where it gets even more compelling. Compared to other materials out there, GWE's film isn't just more effective, it's also more cost-effective because it slashes all those extra costs for waste management.
So where does a technology like this lead us? I mean, a single innovative product is just the start. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture for a second.
The company's mission statement really says it all. This isn't just about selling a product. It's about creating solutions that do two critical things at once: protect the planet and add real, tangible value for their customers.
Ultimately, what this does is make it easy for entire industries to do the right thing. This tech empowers a seamless, and this is the crucial part, an economically viable transition to practices that are genuinely sustainable and responsible.
And that really leaves us with a powerful question to chew on. What if the materials that are so essential to our modern lives didn't have to become permanent waste? What if they could just simply and safely return to the Earth?